stand before God. And the books were opened. And another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged, every man according to their works. For all of those people that want to, that they feel like, hey, I think that I'll do better off by my works, and I'll just get judged by my works. Well, here's the end of your works. And he says, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. The second death. See, you can be born once, born of your mama once, and if that's all the birth you have, you're going to have to die twice. You're going to have to die physical death, and then you're going to have to die this second death. But if you're born twice, being born again, born the first time of your mama, being born the second time of the will of God, of the Spirit, then you'll only have to die once. You say, well, wait a minute, preacher. I'm saved. I'm a Christian. We're waiting on the rapture. When we take out, let me ask you this. Can this body go to heaven? What did he say must happen in 2 Corinthians, or 1 Corinthians 15? What did he say must happen? He said, this corruptible must put on incorruption. This mortal must put on immortality. The thing is that we will be changed in a moment of twinkling of an eye. This body can't go there. Man, I'm glad I ain't stuck this thing the rest of my life in eternity. I am stuck with it the rest of my life here, but in eternity. The great white throne judgment. This is a place where all the unbelievers, all those ones who are not found written in the Lamb's book of life, who were not written in the book of life there, who were not written in that book that he has there. And you know what else? He said in the books were open and they were judged out of things that are written in the books. Did you know that there is a book of remembrance of the acts that we do as Christians, and also of the ones that are wicked? Matter of fact, he keeps a record of the wicked and their wickedness, so that when we cast them away, he has a righteous judgment when we cast them away, and in hell they will remember these things. I prefer heaven where that we don't have to remember this stuff. We can just be in the presence of Christ. Our actions, we are going to stand accountable. Believers are going to stand accountable for everything. We have trials here. Trials of testing of our faith, testing of our actions, of our works. We have them here, as well as when we get to heaven and we're going to be tried somewhere. At some point, there's a judgment that takes place about rewards. Some people think that it's probably at the time whenever we coming back, just before we come back during the millennial, just before we come back as, with Christ to rule and reign, because that's when the rewards are given, and that's when our positions are given, as far as if you're faithful over a few things, will make you ruler over many, and so they're exercised during the millennial reign. Maybe it's during that time. I don't really know. What I do know is that there is actually a fiery trial of our works, whether they be wood, hair, stubble, whether it be silver and gold and precious stones and so forth. And so we do have that. We also, not only do we have the present trial of our faith and so forth going on, and our actions, but we have the judgment there. And then also there is that great white throne judgment. It cannot be denied. It cannot be washed away. There is a certain judgment. That certain judgment, whenever it is cast, all of those ones that were in that great white throne judgment, they were all cast away. Their names were not found there. They were not written in the book, and they were cast away into that lake of fire. Now listen, you say, well, what is the lake of fire? I'm not going to argue with, obviously you're not arguing back with me right now anyhow. But that's kind of good about this kind of camera stuff. I can say whatever I want to, and y'all can't say nothing to me. But anyhow, I'll get emails about that. But what I'm saying is regardless of where we say where that lake of fire is, where is it? Here, is it there? What is it? Is it that earth whenever God cast away and sets the earth on fire and the heavens and melts the element, the firmament with a fervent heat and so on? Is it that, or what is it? A different place? Is it bottomless pit? Is it the outer darkness? Is it that? Whatever it is, I want you to understand something. It's the place where the false prophet and the Antichrist are, and Satan was cast into there, and all the other ones was cast in there with him. The ones at the great white throne judgment. What difference does it make about where that location might be? It's not with God.
Right.
It's away from God. That's clear. There's judgment coming. Judgment coming. Sin must be judged. Sin must be paid for. It'll either be paid for you by faith in Jesus Christ at the cross, or it'll be paid for in eternity, which will actually never be fully paid. I want to have something to offer to my Lord when I get there. I want to have something. You say, preacher, are you working for the rewards? I sure am. Yes, I am. Say, well, you're just one of those that want to just get. When it comes to the things for Christ, yes, I want to get as much as I can possibly get so that I've got something to lay down at my Lord and say, Lord, thank you. Thank you for what you've done for me.
Amen.
And I want to hear those words. Well done, my good and faithful servant.
Right.
Tracy, you got an invitational hymn? Yes, we'll close out with a song tonight, and hope it's been a blessing to you. We'll continue doing this as much as possible in the future. Every service, I'm still laboring in the Word of God and in prayer, and we'll still be presenting this as long as we have a device that we can use to do this. One of the things I found out that you get on the internet or you get on a website or even a computer or something like that, and a lot of times it will fail, and boy, you get all frustrated and so forth like that. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking on my computer and I'm getting all frustrated about this, and I can't get that loaded. And you know what's sitting right on my desk? That right there. And I can open it up and it never fails. It's always there.
That's right. Amen.
Come on, Tracy. What are we going to sing?
We're singing There's a Great Day Coming.
There's a great day coming.
397.
I sing we.
Absolutely.